All right, had to take a phone call, but I'm back. But now that all of those energy centers are covered, getting into the part where you infer with those energy centers. Now, your consciousness can infer with all of those energy centers because your consciousness is multidimensional. It's multifaceted. It can infer with each and every one of those layers. And like I said before, none of them are as invalid or are more valid than any other ones. It really just depends on your preference and where you're at in your spiritual journey on what you want to do. So, for those of you who can see auras or infer auras very well, empaths that feel people's energies coming off of them, they're like, oh, I don't know about that. You really need to figure out how to infer and change and control your own aura, your own mindset. People do this through mantras or meditation or just going out in nature and being around nature, because nature has a very balancing energy about it. The trees that give off a certain aura that when it comes into contact with you, it grounds your energy and balances you out. It allows for the transfer of negatively charged energy to go into the earth and balance out. Or having, candles or rituals that you want to do that invites energy into your field to change your aura's output or whatever you want to do. So where your mind goes, energy flows is like the number one thing that I preach. So when inferring with your aura, get into a meditative position and just allow your mind to conceptualize your aura like it's an energy bubble flowing around you, kind of like the flame of a candle around the wick. The wick is you, and the flame is the reaction that's going on around you as the reaction of the charged particles escaping the candle wick and inferring with oxygen to create that plasma flame. So that's your aura. Now, just let your consciousness get more and more used to that aura. What will happen is as your consciousness infers with that dimensional aspect of yourself, it'll begin to vibrate. It'll begin to vibrate and infer with that. And what I mean by infer is just interact with that energy that your aura is kicking out. And the more you concentrate and meditate on that, the more you'll be able to infer with your own aura. Then you can do certain things like try to move it, bring it closer to your body, let it go and let it go further away. Exercise it like a muscle. Every dimension is based on every other dimension. Every dimension builds on every other dimension one after another. So there's concepts in each dimension that are reflected in all dimensions. So keep that in mind as you meditate and go into energy work, because you can work it out like a muscle. You can use that thought process to help you manifest, to help you manipulate your own energy, to ground it in something that's concrete that you can see, touch, and feel. It's like a metaphor. Use it to explain something simple that everyone interacts with to explain something complex. So exercise it like a muscle. Move your aura around, create balls with it in your hands, focus into different shapes, whatnot. Feel your emotions, feel other people's emotions, and then to the nitty gritty of interacting with your aura, open up your heart center. Open up, just feel it with your heart, feel it with your emotions, just that energy flowing as it should. Just let your energy flow as it should, basically. Don't hold anything back. Don't tense up. Accept the world in your life in this moment as one collective whole. Everything from the good to the bad, beautiful, ugly, everything at one moment, accepting it all, and let your aura flow as it should. And do that exercise as many times as you feel necessary. You'll find out that you're able to deal with life a lot better than you were able to before. You'll find that when a bad situation comes up and you're like, oh, here we go, it flows by like that, and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad at all. Because most of the time, when we go into a bad situation, it is our imagination of what bad thing is to come that makes it worse than it actually is. You think about what could happen, or, oh man, this is gonna hurt, oh, this sucks. You tighten up and you don't allow the energy to flow as it should. So it takes longer to leave your life than if you would have just let up. Here it comes, and there it goes. When good things happen to your life, you open up, you receive those. It's like, oh yeah, this is great. And then you're like, man, good things pass by so fast because you weren't restricting the good thing. You were just letting it go through, pass through normally like it's supposed to. You were accepting it. You have to accept the bad things in your life as well. Accept, learn, build on those experiences, and keep it moving. That's just one thing about interacting with Aura if you wanted to do that. And you can figure out much more things. These are just tools. Next, the 7 chakras. There are tons of videos on YouTube explaining how to work with your chakras, so I'm not going to beat that dead horse, but it allows you to very much, at least for me, it allows you to pinpoint emotions that you need to work on. What in your life do you need to change that this chakra can help with? And mostly it's because the chakra is underactive, because you're holding back, because you don't feel like it's a safe place. It's inactive because you just cut it off and you don't want anything to do with it. You're facing away from your own self. Or it's overactive because you're compensating for something. Either of those things that you need to fix within yourself to get that energy flowing the way it should, that energy center flowing and spinning the way it should. You need to meditate on that and open up. Let it flow as it should. Do not tense up at the bad things that are going on in your life, have gone on, are going on, or will go on. And yes, it is way more difficult than, saying it is easier than doing it. But that doesn't change the fact that it has to be done. That is one thing that I learned throughout my life, is just because it's easier said than done doesn't mean it doesn't have to be done. So you might as well just do it. Shut up. So focusing on particular emotions, particular parts of the body, particular organs, that's what the chakras are good for, as far as I'm concerned, is pinpointing those things. And again, letting that energy flow, getting tools to help that energy flow, leaning your back on a tree, going for a walk in nature, remaining conscious and letting energy flow as it should, as the negative things appear in your mind's eye of, oh, this is happening, this is the reason why I feel this way, or I don't feel safe in the house, I don't feel this, I don't feel that. As those things come up, don't fight them. Don't tense up. Try your best to let them flow as they should. Do not let them control you and get you to move this way, that way, this way, that way. Be at peace. That doesn't mean that everything's okay. That just means you're at peace with how things are. Most people get that confused. Oh, I don't have any peace because everything in my life's chaos. I'm like, no, you don't have any peace because you don't have any peace. You can have peace and everything in your life still be chaos. It's just how you interact with the things going on in your life. And one secret that people, most people don't know, and I don't know if it's because they don't think highly of themselves or they just don't know. It's because don't know it, is that you affect reality around you as much as it affects you. It is a concrete way the universe operates. There is nothing in creation that is affected more than it affects other things. Period. End of discussion. You might think that the person that is doing stuff to you is affecting your life greater than you affect theirs. No. You are affecting their life just as much as they affect yours, or you have the capability to do it. I would say you're affecting their life just as much as they're affecting yours. You're just doing it passively. Just by your presence, you're affecting their life as much as they are choosing a way to affect yours. Now, if you change your mindset and okay, instead of passive, I'm going to be active and affect your life directly. Now, the degree in which you affected life hasn't changed. It's just how you're choosing to focus that energy that has changed. And that flows into every other thing in creation. You're affecting everything around you just as much as it's affecting you. So if you change you internally and how you're vibrating, the change on the outside world will reflect. But be reminded, you're in physical reality, so the manifestation of that takes time because you're restricted by time and space. So don't be like, it didn't happen instantly. I don't know what happened. Well, if it took you 10 years to get to this, why do you think it'll take you 3 days to get rid of it? I don't know. I don't understand. So, now note sometimes it's faster. You can, build a building up and then destroy it, and like build a building up. It takes like 5 years and destroy it in, 2 days. So, that's where it gets a little complex. But when you think about it like that, it's like how much years of experimentation and construction went into the tools used to destroy that building. So it all evens out, time and space wise. Anyway, moving on to my personal favorite, the three dantians, and then the energy system that flows, the chi centers that flow through the body. So you got the upper dantian, middle dantian, lower dantian. Upper dantian sets the pace, middle dantian monitors the flow, and the lower dantian applies it as subtly as possible. It is the foundation. Like when, blueprints, the workers and materials flowing here and there, and then it's built into the foundation. So you're open to change in the flow that is internal and external, accepting energy in and casting energy out as necessary. Your mind is setting that pace on what you're building and how you're building it up. So you keep your mind focused on what you intend to manifest into reality. And then the lower dantian is the place where the rubber meets the road and the foundation is built. So whether that mentality is a mental image of what you want for your body, your health, or your experiences in your financial life, or experiences in your friends and whatever, all that is these three centers working in consort, and that energy is flowing throughout your body. It's flowing through your hands, it's flowing through your feet, your eyes, everything. And it is flowing with reality around you. This energy that is flowing within your body is flowing in the world around you. So you have to, there's a reaction going on. It's not just internal and then bam, outside world reflects. No, the outside world has to shift and things have to change around you as well. So don't look and think, oh, this is changing this way, so I made a mistake. No. The world has its processes too. And the world has a lot of other people in it that need to shift around the things that you changed as well. It's a whole complex thing going on here. So don't think of it as like, oh, it didn't go the way that I imagined it to go. It won't. It will never go the way you imagined it to go. So get that out of your head. Let it flow as it should. Get out of your head that it will flow as you want it to. Get in line with what you want to occur, and then let the universe show you how it's going to manifest. You're waiting and seeing. It's like that scene in The Matrix where he asked the Oracle what he should do, and she said, "You're not here to make the decision. You already made it. You're here to understand why you made the decision, because being him in and of itself shifted the world around him. So he's just trying to find out why he made the decision, because he's confused as why things are going the way they are. So he's trying to figure out why he made that decision. We're trying to figure out, in this situation, we know why we made the decision. We want our lives to change. We're trying to understand why the world is moving as it is, but that's kind of not important. Good for you for understanding that. If it helps you sleep at night, go for it. But really, you should be concentrating on moving as you should. You'd be like, okay, where do I need to move now? Where the universe is pulling me now so I can keep in line with what I want. It's like you threw the universe a pass. You're playing football catch with the universe, and you threw the football to the universe, and now the universe throws it back at you, and you're like, okay, where do I need to shift to be able to catch this? Here it comes. It's getting closer. And as it gets closer, you narrow down where you need to be. And then, boom, you got it. Touchdown. So it's like that. when you manipulate your energy, manipulate your vibration, say your affirmations, meditate, flame meditation, whatever you want to do. Flame meditation is when you stare at a flame and hold a thought in your mind and, watch the flame as, to keep your mind still and focused on what you want to achieve. That is sending a pass out to the universe, letting that energy out, telling the universe, hey, I want this thing. The universe, it catches it and goes, okay, does its thing, changes depending on what you want, and then throws it back at you. Now your job is to catch it. That is all you need to do, is catch it. So you need to be in line with what you want to achieve and focus on catching what the universe is throwing at you. It can throw real fast, it can throw real slow. It all just depends on what's going on and what you want. So that's what I got for energy manipulation and inferring with your energies and whatnot. Anybody got any questions? Hey, let me know. I'm really eager to answer any spiritual questions that anyone has. Make a video about it. Does not matter to me. I love research. I love trying to figure out how this world works and what makes it tick. So if anyone has any questions, even if it's not based on what I was talking about, please just let me know, and I will feel free to make a video and answer it, or send an email or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But that's all I got right now, for just touching on the subject, because I was just thinking about him, while I was waiting in this parking lot in my car. So that's all I got for you. See y'all later.